Hello everyone, this is Debbie Henderson from Debbie's Designs. Welcome to my weekly Friday stamping. As you can see in front of you, I have the paper pumpkin kit from March. And I'm going to show you how to create 3 alternative projects. I'm just going to give it a few more seconds for everyone to find me. Let me just straighten my camera out just a little bit. So hello everyone. So this month our kit is called Beyond the Horizon, and I already did the 3 cards that come with the kit because I ended up using all my pieces and I didn't have anything left so that I could show you how to assemble these. But these are the 3 cards. They're fairly easy. You can see we have some little die cuts to put on there, the sentiment, the ribbon, and then this layer right here is embossed. I don't know if you can see that on the camera. The second card is kind of neat. It has this little die cut with the little circular die cut, a cute little sentiment. And of course we always have bling. And the last one, I'm not sure which one's my favorite. I love all the layers on this one. I'm all about layering. So I love that we have all these different layers on here. So let me, and I want to also show you guys, March is always an anniversary year for Paper Pumpkin. So we've gone through another year. I think we're on year number 9. Can you believe it? And because of that, we were given an extra stamp set as a thank you gift. And I have them both here. This is the one that came with the kit. And then this is the one that we got for free. And I'm actually going to, oh, there's a glare there. I'm actually going to use this one for my last card for tonight. So let's get started. I'm going to start out with alternative number 1. Now the ink for this month was Misty Moonlight. I'm going to go ahead and use my bigger ink pad. Now for anyone that shares my video, I have to tell you guys a funny story. I was sitting in the living room blogging for tomorrow and I totally forgot about my class. I have an Alexa and I always have her remind me 15 minutes before class, and the good thing I have her because I almost forgot about doing my class tonight. Okay, this is my first alternative I'm going to show you. I used everything from the kit. So the card base is this one. I'm just going to move my lights a little bit. Hold on a minute because they're glaring. Okay, let's see if that's a little bit better. Okay, so I folded the card base on the score line. The other pieces from the kit are this green one, the label shape, this cute little branch, and then the bling that we're going to use. So the first thing I did was glue the little green strip. And I have it about 1 inch from the bottom, centered. And then I've glued the little branch. This one is so quick and easy. I'm just going to add a couple dots of glue. Oh, and you guys, we got to order, as demonstrators, we got to order from the new catalog that starts in May for everyone. So I'm going to be anxious to show you some new products. Okay, I'm just going to press this in place, just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and stamp the big hello image, the sentiment. And again, that's with Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to glue that in place with dimensionals. Now, I need to talk to you guys about our kits. So it's funny how people will see like a little sneak peek of what's coming and they don't think they're going to like it. So they skip a month and then guess what happens? They regret it. Because there's people out there like me that come up with alternative designs that you can use with your kit. So I always tell everyone, do not ever unsubscribe or skip a month, because we always come up with some great ideas to show you guys. Now look how simple this one was. Just 3 little pieces that came with the kit and some bling. Very easy and different from the kit. Okay, now I'm going to bring in number 2. Now number 2, we have these pretty envelopes, and what I really like about the envelopes this month, I always cut my envelopes up when I like the pattern. So you have these 3 patterns that are inside, but you also have these 3 patterns throughout the whole front of the envelope. So you have 6 different patterns there to pick from. I'm going to do that with card number 2. I'm going to use this one. And let me show you what else I'm using. I've got some pretty colors. I've got Flirty Flamingo, 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And you can see my card right here. Look how pretty that is. And I used the envelope for that. Now, what I originally did is I cut the card base. This is, whoops, it goes over here. This is part number 2 of the card base. So if you cut up the card base to measure 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and then you cut it in half at 1 3/4, you got 2 pieces. And then this is a little piece I'm going to use just to outline. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to add adhesive to the edge. And I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch sticking out. And then I just need to trim that just a tad. And then look what I did with the little die cut that came with the kit. Instead of using the green side, I used the white side because it stands out so good on the designer paper that I'm going to cut. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this. And I usually start out by cutting the bottom just like a 1/16 of an inch. I mean, look at the little sliver that I cut off. I'm going to do the other side, one of the sides. So now this opens up to reveal this pretty paper. And let me see what the measurement is on this. It is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. And then we're also going to use a piece of white, 5 1/4 by 4. I forgot to dig that out. So 3 3/4. Oops, I need my bigger trimmer. I can't go that high on this trimmer. My 4 3/4. And then all I'm going to do is glue this to the left-hand side. Out of all the cards that I made for alternatives, this is my favorite. I just love, whoops, I just love the patterned paper. Okay, and I'm going to trim that just a little bit on this one also. And then we're going to take the die cut, flip it on the printed side so we can add some glue. And you could do the green if you wanted to. It looks great, but I just think the white just stands right out. Okay, there's my white. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment at the top, and that one says, "I will always be here for you." Again, with the Misty Moonlight ink. I think I forgot to finish my sentence because I got here at the last minute. I think I did that on Wednesday too. Anybody that shares my video, I will put your name in a drawing for something from my stash. I just didn't have time to get it out. Okay, so that's all ready to go. Look how simple. 3 little pieces of paper. We're going to add dimensionals. Glue that to the piece of basic white. Yeah, I used almost everything from this kit. That's why I didn't have enough left over to show you how to put your kits together from your cards together from the kit. Okay, that's going to go on the front. And then, all right, my my bling was hiding under my envelopes. I'm going to add 3 of the bling that came with the kit. And look how quick this one was. I'm already done with card number 2. So again, these are from the same card base. I just cut it in half and I ended up with 2 pieces equals 2 cards. Isn't that cool? Okay, before I go to card number 3, for those of you that have not seen a copy of our new catalog, this is what it looks like. I cannot show you anything that's inside until our catalog goes live. But we were able to order today, and just an FYI, if you're not a demonstrator and you join, did you realize that you get 20% off all of your paper pumpkin kits every month too? That's very important. And if you decide you want to join right off, you can order new products from this catalog for your starter kit. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I can guide you through that. Now, once I'm done this last card, this is the one using the free stamp set that we got as a bonus. I'm going to show you 3 more cards that I created also. Now on this one, I use the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. I'm going to see if you guys can see the embossing. I embossed this after I did all of my stamping. You can see all the bumps there, hopefully. Okay, so let's see what we need for this one. I've got Misty Moonlight, and this is a retiring color, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I've got Petal Pink, 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to go ahead and glue that to the card base. Wait, let me flip this over. I can see that it's a little uneven on one side. And then we've got Basic White, 5 by 3 3/4. I just need to bring in my pad of paper because we're going to do quite a bit of stamping. Now the flowers are all done with 2 steps. So you've got the bold image and then you've got the detailed image. I'm going to start out with the bold image. And the colors I'm using on my stamping is Petal Pink, Balmy Blue, Pear Pizzazz, and Misty Moonlight. So we're going to start out with the Balmy Blue. And all I started with the bold flower. And all I did was fill up the whole white. I'm going to turn it a little just so it's positioned differently. And then it's just like a big puzzle trying to add the detail. I think my ink pad needs to be inked a little bit, but that's okay. We'll get through it. Now, I always like to check the edges. I have quite a bit of white there, so I'm just going to sneak some off to the side. I'm filling in as much white as I can. Okay, that's pretty full there. So now I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. This is the detail stamp. So now we just have to figure out which way our flowers are going. And that just sits right on top of all these flowers. And you'll see what a difference. Look at the difference. Just adding those little bit of details. Let's see, I'm going to add just a tiny bit right there. Now if I can figure this one out. I think this one is right here. You just kind of move your stamp around until you get it the right way. It's kind of easy because you have the 2 little flowers there to guide you. Let's see, we've got this one here. I don't think that's the right one. I gotta turn this. Nope, I did have it right. Okay, I just gotta find the right petals. How did I do this? Oh my goodness. I can't find the right way, you guys. Oh, I think I got it. I gotta line up this flower right here. That's it. There's that one. get this one. And then I'm going to add just a tiny little bit to this white one right here. Okay, look how cute that is. Now, next, we're going to do petal pink. I can see a lot of hearts going by. You guys like this. I'm going to do the petal pink on the center. Just going to fill that in. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is like a watercolor look. And I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight again to do the center. It's just like a really big puzzle. And then my last thing to do is add the leaves. And that's with Pear Pizzazz. And I'm just going to stick them wherever I see a lot of white space. So you're kind of making your own background paper. That's what it reminds me of. This is a great stamp set to make your own designer paper. Okay, now I'm going to sneak some in where I see some white on the edges. And I think that's all I'm going to do on that one. Now my last stamping is going to be on my sentiment, which is 3 3/4 by 1. And we're going to do tone on tone. So Misty Moonlight ink on Misty Moonlight cardstock. Okay, let me move my ink pads. Now I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine because I need to emboss this. And again, I'm using the Tasteful Texture embossing folder. I'm going to stick that on the inside. Don't even have to be nice and straight because it's just an easy one that you don't have to line up. I just have platform number 1 and then the gray number 4. I'm going to run that through. And now it's got all that beautiful texture. We're going to glue that to the card base. It's going to go right in the center. Then we're going to add the sentiment. And whoever I pick for a winner, because I have 2 of each card, you're going to get a set of these 3 cards, and then I'll throw something else in with that. And that's for anyone that shares my video tonight. I'll draw a name sometime tomorrow. I'm going to add some bling. Okay, that's card number 3. So let me bring the cards all back in, and then I'm going to show you a couple more that I made. Whoops. I should have showed this one a little bit closer before I took it away. So these are the 3 from the kit if you use the directions. These are the ones that I just made. And I bet you guys, your favorite will be this one, because that's my favorite. Okay, let me just move these over just a tad. And let me show you the other 3 that I made. This one, again, I used the envelope for a layer. If you're interested in doing this one, 4 1/4 by 3. This is the card front. This is an envelope. I added the little mountain underneath, and then I'd get the painted texture embossing folder. You can see that I embossed the white layer. And then this is Evening Evergreen. So there's that one. Here's another one using a card base. Same size, 4 1/4 by 3 over basic white, Evening Evergreen. And I just added a half circle that came with the kit, the 2 little mountains, and then a sliver of the ribbon. And this is glued down with dimensionals. And my last one is this one. I used, again, the envelope for the background. I cut up this from the card bases to fit under this Misty Moonlight. And let me give you the measurements in case you want to replicate this one. So the designer paper from the envelope is 5 1/4 by 4. The basic white is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and then Misty Moonlight is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and then the circle cutout, if you don't have the layering circles dies, is 2 7/8, and then you just glue that on the underside. So there's all my cards for this month. I have one more that I'm not going to show you because it's part of a blog hop, so you'll see that one on my blog hopefully sometime next week. So that's it for tonight, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Oh, and I did forget to announce, let me find my little sheet here. Make sure you're subscribed for the April kit. Change is beautiful. We might have a little tip here with the butterflies. I'm not sure. That's all we have for a little sneak peek. So you know me, I love butterflies, so I'm hoping we're going to have butterflies in this kit. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday on my Stampin' Ink Designs group. Have a good night.